Let's just hope I did it right. Good morning, everybody. You know what, y'all? Like, did Miss Vanetta get banned? No.
You did it right. I'm hopping back out, Diamond.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Mhm.
I just, I had to restart my phone. I knew that's TikTok play these games, but I was looking to see if I needed to update my TikTok app, but I didn't need to. So I just cut my phone off and cut it back on. But yeah, you guys, the topic today is why do people let their egos and their pride destroy their happiness? You know, like nobody wants to take accountability for, what they've done wrong. Nobody wants to admit when they're wrong. Then, like, nobody wants to apologize. People don't even, want to apologize or anything. So, like, is it for me? Good morning, King.
Oh, hold on. Good morning.
Where you been?
Waiting on you to call me.
I called you yesterday.
I swear it did not come through. I'm like, she haven't called me. What she got going on? And she acting fake with me because she's supposed to be my friend.
No, I called you yesterday because I went to your page and I was like, I gotta call him. And I reached out to you yesterday, but it went to like
Hey
a
y'all.
text, like a text.
That text now because and that's
Yeah.
why I give people that number to start off with them and see if they gonna be real with me. But because I changed my number because people be acting funny, they be doing all type of stuff, and I just changed my number. I'm gonna send you my iMessage number. That's my because I'm thinking you talking business or whatever, but we real friends. I'm gonna send you my number, friend.
Yeah, because I called you and I'm like, it's a text now number, so I don't, know if he gonna be able to see this or what. So
I
I get it.
know it didn't even come through, and I just be really needing people to talk to. I be going through stuff, and I just want us to just be real close, not just business partners.
Okay, and I get that, honey, and I do. I love you for that. But I want you to also understand too that if I'm busy, don't be mad with me if I done got too busy though.
Hmm.
I just wanted to stop it because people are not sorry. Nobody's
Yeah,
sorry. They're just sorry that they got caught. And they're sorry for the simple fact that they thought or assumed that you were going to be okay with the bullshit. And
yeah,
when they realize that you're not going to sit up and take it and walk away, that's when they apologize because they don't see the forest between the trees. A lot of people don't know what their bread is buttered on until they don't have anything to eat any longer. I tell people all
hmm
the time, it doesn't matter if you were born into a family or your friends. People are like, why do you know so much about me? You already told me. You told me that you didn't have a holiday with your family. That means your family's not there. You told me that your man beat your ass, so your man doesn't love you. And you got family and friends that allow that shit. So you're reaching out for people to find your own type of weirdos or your own little community because everybody's looking for someone to listen and to love them
yeah,
unconditionally without fault. But there's so many secret societies because people are afraid to be who they are. I just tell people this might be your first or last time you talk to me, so I don't give a damn. You got to love me
right.
for who I am and what I bring to the table, not what you assume I'm going to give you from my table. For
Okay,
me, baby,
Connie.
nobody cares.
Connie, is you a flower girl? You like flowers?
I do love flowers.
Yes. Period.
Good morning, good
So, yeah,
morning, good morning.
Good
Yeah,
morning,
that,
y'all.
that
Yes, my name is Hakeem. If y'all don't know who I am, y'all can shoot me a follow. Everyone, spam me with a follow. Show me some love. Follow the co-host that's on here. Follow, Black Diamond, of course. Like,
I
go
love
tap
his
the
energy.
screen. I need y'all to send it to at least 3 people so they can get the word around. And Diamond, I was on your page. You got a new episode uploaded, huh?
I do. My show has started. So I had a live show Monday night. I do got another live show tomorrow
Thank you,
night.
Quante, for the gift. You got another one tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for the gift.
Oh my God, y'all need to tune in. Tune in. Hold on. They got these new. I can use it on here because you can get the clapping sound.
Yeah.
You should turn it on. I think only you can do it because it's your live, but it got the clapping sound. You can you pull up the effects?
Oh, they got a clapping sound. Let me see.
Uh-huh. It start clapping.
Which effects is it though?
It's the sound option. You should have it, and it just start clapping.
So I pull up the effects. I don't see anything. I just see funny atmosphere, green screen, face, background, face, news.
No, not them effects, not them. It's the sound one,
Is
the
it me?
filter one.
I'm sorry. I drive trucks and I'm in construction. I was just trying to ask Diamond and get her point of view of why she asked that topic.
Oh,
Because on my show, I'm wondering too.
someone
For
has
me,
suggested someone has suggested the topic, and they were like, really the topic was, why do men allow egos to destroy their happiness? But I just, decided to flip it a little bit and say, why do people allow their egos and pride to destroy their happiness? A lot of people don't want to admit that they're wrong, when they're wrong, and then they go and try to talk to people that they know are going to side with them. You know what I mean? And so they can also feel in their mind, okay, well, I know I didn't do something wrong. Then they know they wrong, and then hold a grudge with you and have an issue with you, and then still no apology. They don't want to be corrected. It's their ego and pride is in the way, because if you're wrong, you're wrong. It is what it is.
I find it quite funny, and I tell people all the time because I'm an empath, but everybody's on this spiritual journey. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. You pray for something. You literally pray for it. You pray for a better job. You pray for a better man. You pray for your family function and structure, and you get it, and then you squandered it. And then you wonder why you don't get better because you wasn't happy with what you already
Good
received.
morning. Good morning.
You don't like
Yeah.
the profit change. You want all of this, but you want it from that person. That person doesn't want you. That's not
Right.
for you. So why do
Mhm.
you want something and then you are the same
Hold
type of
on.
person
Announcement,
that
you
talks
guys.
about it?
Diamond has a new episode coming tomorrow.
Okay, I'm still learning because the last time I was on your stuff and I wanted to tell your friend I was just joking with him, but he
What
took this way
friend?
too
Who
seriously.
Connie?
My baby,
Jimmy. You talking about
I don't know
Jimmy?
who the hell his name was because I'm not really in this, TikTok streets. So there's like a lot of
Jimmy.
big influencers
Oh,
and little
Connie,
small ones.
you talking about? Hold on, King. You talking about Jimmy? So, Connie, you and Jimmy was the one that was going back and forth and arguing, or
I
so?
wasn't even arguing. I was just like, I said, you're taking it way. What I love about you is this. You don't play the sides. You don't do the dozens with men versus women. It's like they're
Right.
trying to separate us. First off, they're trying to separate us with race. Now you're trying to separate us with sex. It's like, bro, calm down. You're masculine. Even if I was, do I want you? Like, calm down, buddy. Calm down, Tank Tank. I'm not
Gotcha.
aggressive. I'm literally like this because I'm a truck driver. So I'm early in the morning. And I don't know if you're in security or whatever, I always see your outfit. So you see me, I'm literally in the rain, sleet, and snow. So he was like,
Yeah.
well, you sound like a man. Boy, I'm out in the rain and then I got to be in the sun. I can't. I'm sorry I sound like a dude, but you're taking it way too serious. It's
Yeah.
not all women, it's not all guys, it's the one you choose. So
Yeah.
literally, your vibration is calling people to you. You get
Yeah.
fucked up people in your life because you're fucked up.
Yeah.
Calm as a bitch.
Yeah.
Like we already know, everybody that comes onto your stuff, if they give you gifts to you and your co-host, it doesn't matter. They're givers. You don't have to ask. You don't have to beg. When somebody's a
Got it.
giver by nature, that's who they are. They will
Mhm.
condone it. If somebody's a troll and angry and hatred, then their words are, well, fuck all of you. I hate you. And why are you act like that? Why are you so mad? Calm down. Calm
Yeah.
down. You don't know me. That just tells me who you are, and I won't be around you. You're setting yourself up to fail. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So he got mad, and I was drinking. So he was like, and I was like, come on now, play around. Not that serious, but I just love you as a co-host.
I remember that live, y'all. I don't know if everyone on here can remember that live. Connie is the one that would that came in the live one day. And I think you and I'm not mistaken, was it just that one time y'all had that situation?
That was the first time I ever came onto your stuff. I just love the fact that you allow everybody to speak and you listen. A lot of people don't realize the reason why their shit don't take off because you don't listen. You
Yeah,
allowed everybody to speak. You
I
might
do.
not agree with all of us, but you listen. And
Yeah.
that's a beautiful fucking thing. But people get on here try to be a Dr. Phil. Listen, baby, we all trying to make it. Fake it until we make it. But you're getting way too comfortable. People trying to take over Kevin Samuels. Other people trying to take over this other person. That's their gimmick. That's not you.
So
Yeah.
who
Calm
are you?
down.
Who are you preferring to? They trying to be like Dr. Phil and take over.
I think she just talking in general, like through the TikTok streets.
For me, a lot of people are trying to be therapists. This is where I'm coming from, therapists. You're trying to find
Some
people.
people are able to comfort people and stuff.
No, that's what I'm saying. And they do, but some people have bad deliveries. Some people don't take people's deliveries like that. With me, I'm blunt. So you can be blunt with me. I don't care. Don't go about the mulberry bush with me. I'm too old.
What's your zodiac sign? I don't like to base people personality off their zodiac sign, but I'm
But you
curious.
can. I'm an Aquarius. I'm an air sign. I'm into astrology. But even if it's not astrology, it's just common sense, my love. It's common sense. I've seen some comments about you. I can't stand him. Why did
Good
she have to
morning. Good
say that?
morning.
You might not
Who
like his
said they can't stand
personality.
who?
Somebody said that about you. You might not like his personality, but she could have kept that to herself. She didn't need to type it and to get people to jump on you. That's that mentality of bullying.
You didn't have to
You're a
bring
bully.
that up. Like, I don't care if people support me
He no,
or they don't.
they not talking about, she's not talking about you.
Oh.
It's okay if nobody supports you. I'm not saying that you need to kiss
She's not
nobody's
talking about
ass.
you.
She's younger than me.
Okay, Diamond, because I'm like, I'm real cool. I'm sweet. Diamond is my
No, she's not
friend.
talking about you. She's talking about the topic that we having.
Oh, you sound like me. Don't come for me. Some people don't have common sense. I don't meet them. I hate Sagittarius as far as I've seen them. I'm Cancer. Yeah, that's my zodiac sign. I'm a Cancer.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. Shout out to
But
everybody that's supporting her.
I'm
Y'all
an
shoot
Aquarius,
me
but that's what I was trying to tell
a
you about your
follow because
topic
I
of
be on
today.
live too. Me and Diamond.
And then it's trauma. The people that really genuinely love honestly and like openly gets hurt. And then we start building up a wall. Because those people just go out and wake up every day trying to hurt people. I was
Yes.
just saying, my love, we might not agree to disagree or whatever the case may be, but I'm an Aquarius. But I just gave you a point. She said something and somebody didn't care for you. But you don't have to write it down. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just one step during the whole day. If you want to be better than yesterday, don't tell people how you feel about them. Keep that shit inside. Keep it to yourself. You ain't got to tell everybody. Everybody ain't got to know.
Okay.
Well, good morning, Diamond. And good morning, everybody in the comments, everybody in the boxes.
All right,
My
Connie.
perspective is always a little different. I don't spend our time in people's faces.
Go ahead, Uncle Bernie. Is it
So,
phone breaking up?
being rude, being disrespectful, being not being apologetic, not taking accountability, and not being incriminated no time. Oh, is my phone? Okay, hold check it out. Hold on. Is that better?
Yes, you're
Is that
fine.
better?
Yes.
That sound better?
No, it's better. It's better. Tap the screen, y'all.
It's still
Tap the screen.
You have 15,000 likes. Wow.
Tap the screen, y'all. Tap the
are you breaking
screen.
up?
Go back out, Uncle Bernie, and come back in.
David, what's going on? People want to talk about the zodiac signs. I feel like I do understand, like, we always on serious topics, but we should come on sometime and have some fun. Let's talk about zodiac signs. Let's get some chips, have some mukbangs, and, talk and stuff. I feel like we can really bring a lot of stuff to the table besides, these topics all the time. Let's have some fun days, and I just don't want to be drained and just, not miserable conversations, but down in situations. Like, I'm trying to get over that. I'm trying to get past that. And I feel like nobody is going to heal coming together to just talk about just, traumatic experience. Let's, like, say how we got over it, what we plan on doing, how our life going on now. Like, nothing wrong with bringing it up, but, like, we have fun days. Let's do that dating game. Like, stuff like that. I feel like you have a huge audience and you can bring a lot towards it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but honey, like my topics is like that's what made my show. That's what made the Diamond Show. Us having topics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so it's like certain stuff you talk about sometimes could be boring, sometimes could be not enough, to keep a person's attention. So I talk about things, like real life. I talk about real life stuff. So you know what I mean. Like that way, people can relate and understand. And it's a lot of things that people have inside them that they do need to get out.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like people come to my platform just for the topics. Like there's different platforms for certain things that everybody talk on TikTok. But people come to my platform, you know what I mean? Like the first thing they say, what's the topic, Diamond? What's the topic, Diamond?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so like my platform is what it is today because of me allowing people to come on here and talk about real life.
All right. So now, I understand, and because I want to have some, understanding. I came in the middle of everything, and I just, I want to be on the same page as you guys. Shout out to Diamond. I got mad love for her, and the people that saying, go to your live. I told y'all to follow me when Diamond not on live or when she is. I have my live stream going on, but what she has going on is very
Good morning, good morning.
inspirational or whatever. And like she say, she have her own way of doing things. And see that y'all agree with her platform and the way she do things. She has a new show dropping tomorrow. Congratulations to her. So that's what it's about now. I know people coming on, saying a traumatic experience and what they have going on. The topic is, she made that clear. And this is the Diamond Show.
So,
Well,
morning.
I
Good
don't know how
morning.
to apologize.
I have a little topic.
Well, okay.
Calling from Trinidad here.
Shout out to Trinidad.
Yeah. Now I realize with certain relationships, this is the problem. So like they hear a rumor, you're ignorant. But you're not ignorant with your partner. You just hear the rumor from your sister or your brother, must make a joke. Right. So must see 2-3 months down the line in the relationship here now. You're not ignorant, no harm with your partner. So you must see something in the phone. You must see him smile, and then as you watch him, he turn off his face and you just ask. So you're talking to a woman on the phone or something? How every time is a cuss and a quarrel, every single time you cussing and quarreling, you always this and you always harassing me and you always. Why this happening? Why we don't understand each other? Why we can't have a conversation? Why this always happens? This is why relationships can't last in this place. Anytime, like let me say for instance, I bounce up that. And he said, no, baby, is TikTok I was watching, I see something real hilarious. And I laugh. He wouldn't do that.
Mhm.
He would be like, but baby, you're harassing me right too. And I really have a serious problem with that.
Yeah. Uncle Larry, you want to chime in?
Yeah. King, let me just speak something to you, my man. We've been doing this a long time. Diamond is where she's at because of what she's been doing. I mean, we have fun on here. Now, what you expecting? That's gonna make her. It's not gonna make her because she's already made.
Hold
So
on. First off,
we
I
don't need
wasn't
to.
trying to. I wasn't trying to make her. I was trying to
Okay, well,
give
what I'm saying,
suggestions.
you
I
tell.
love what she do. If I
But
didn't, I wouldn't be on here on the screen talking to you guys, interacting with y'all.
okay, well,
Because I could
you
be on the phone
you
with
don't need to
Dr.
tell her
Miami right
about her.
now.
You don't need
Dr.
to tell her
Miami
about
know who
what
I
she needs to
am.
do.
What are you talking
You
about?
don't need to tell her what she needs to do. This how she got her platform. You need to say, well, come,
Don't
she
try
needs
to
to have
confront
fun.
me.
We have fun on here already. All right.
Don't
And
try
then
to
you come
confront
in
me,
here,
Larry.
then you promoting yourself.
Shoot.
You don't need to promote yourself.
I'm a do what I want to
Okay,
do.
well, what I'm saying, you don't.
Me and Diamond is cool.
Okay, well, we don't. Well, you don't need to. You don't need to tell us that. You talk to Diamond that on the side. We don't need to, because we all gonna get feelings about it.
Diamond, I haven't been in contact with Diamond to have a conversation with her private. So, what are you talking about, Larry?
That's what you need to do then. Talk to her
Larry.
private. Don't come up here with this.
You don't
this
tell
stuff.
me what to do.
Okay,
you
miss.
You came on here to talk about your traumatic experience. Don't try to get spotlight coming for me. Everybody want to come for New York. You make
it traumatic. With your attitude, you need to.
You being traumatic, you trying to ruin my day. It's the morning time. You think I want to start my day with you being negative with me?
You didn't ruin our day. Talking about
I didn't ruin nobody.
We have fun on here.
I'm up
we
here.
have a good time.
I'm
We've been on here.
Me and Diamond is,
you come in here every blue moon.
having our conversation.
You come in here every blue moon, and now you look. This stay in your lane, then. That's all.
That's what you need to do. You coming for me? I don't know who you are, Larry.
Just stay in your lane, man. We are right over here.
All you beautiful people. Like I was saying earlier, let me reiterate. We know what this is. Let everybody just have a little time to talk. Like you said, nobody can ruin your day, baby. Listen to some old soul. Nobody can ruin your day. You don't know him. The only time somebody can ruin your day is if you give them dominion and power. So just let them have this little saying. Everybody's saying that they want to talk to her. She's amazing. But you are kind of monopolizing the show a little bit. Just a little bit. You got to listen. 2 ears, 1 mouth. They just wanted to talk to her too. And don't say it's traumatic experience. Once again, he wants someone just to listen to her, to listen to him. He got his opinion, baby. So does this other beautiful person and everybody else. That's all. I'm going to get out and still listen. I got to work. Know what I mean? You helping me out during the day. Love your little headband. I'm just saying, don't let this man get you. All right? Now let him talk.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Cunny, because I literally, I'm 19 years old.
Baby, I really can't hear you, but I love you.
Listen, I was dating the people can hear me.
Else.
I was giving some suggestions.
Baby, I'm sorry. My thing is too loud. I'm a truck driver. I can't use my money over you. I love you though.
All right.
You can't hear me? Okay.
Yeah,
but
she can't
Cunny, I was giving, some suggestions. I'm not trying to run the show, I been shot, Diamond my number. She said she called me yesterday. When she called me today and I shoot her my number again, we will talk. But I was just, bringing it up. I said about us having fun and having positive energy. And Larry confronting me and saying this and that. And you speaking for the people, you need to speak for yourself because I stand alone. I don't need a crowd to back me up. I don't run a show. Diamond do. This her show. So therefore, I could stand alone when people go against me. As you see, my profile picture is New York Tiffany Pollard. They couldn't stand her. And she still shined like the diamond that she is and end up having her own show after Flavor of Love. So don't come on my box trying to come for me. Okay?
There ain't nobody trying to come for you. I'm just letting you know, okay? We have fun. This is her audience. And, she's fine. We don't need to come, high-pitched verse.
King for president. Thank you. The baby, they love Dolly over here, baby. They all love me. When I come in, they all saying my name. All showing me love. So it look like Larry, you just being negative. You don't come for your young black folks like that. That's not what's up, and I don't appreciate that. And no one will bully me.
Nobody trying to bully. That's how see that you done change. You done came here and done changed the whole damn thing. So just be quiet, all right?
You're not gonna tell me
Shut
how
up.
to
Shut up, damn it. Shut up, I say.
You're not my grandpa. You respect. I respect my elders, but you will, however, treat me
Anyway,
with
so
respect.
this the Diamond Show. Don't be trying to come up here and
This show is the
just
Diamond
follow
Show,
me after
and I
when
give
Diamond
Diamond
not
her
on here. Just follow
flowers.
me.
I
Put that
give
there.
Diamond her flowers every time that I come on here. So we're not going to try to make it seem like I come on here changing the subject and stuff like that. I told y'all that she has a show coming up tomorrow. I show hundreds of people how to work the Roku remote. So don't play with me, Larry. I don't know if you was on that time. I don't know what you put in your coffee this morning, but you might want to tone it down a
Now,
little for
I don't
me.
know. I don't know what kind of sugar you put in your tea.
I don't
That's
drink
what you need
tea.
to know.
I don't drink tea,
Anyway,
boo. I am the
Diamond
tea. Thank you.
back to
Y'all
the
sip on my tea. What about it? Just like you sipping on it right now, decided to make your day and your topic conversation about me because you
See that
can't get enough of me. I'm
yeah,
here.
now
I'm on
you
the
see that now
show.
this
I'm
how we have
speaking
fun
to
now we enjoying
Diamond.
this. Look, everybody in the audience enjoying it. So we don't need to change it. We fine.
We fine.
Everybody's
We
enjoying it.
fine. Boy,
We
Grandpa, pack it up.
Yeah, I am a grandpa.
You is. So you need to go worry about your grandkids and what they doing, boo.
Young lady.
I'm first off, I'm not a lady. I'm a
I'm
sir,
sorry.
and you will
I'm
find however
sorry, sir.
treat me with
I'm sorry, sir.
respect.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
That's disrespectful. You come on here talk about you can relate to traumatic people and you can relate to what people going through, but you disrespecting me right now and you calling me a ma'am? Let's be for real.
I didn't know. My bad.
That's disrespectful. Treat me like the man that I am. I didn't disrespect you. I'm so nice. People know that I'm nobody. I gave my opinion and you're trying to bat me down for the opinion that I had to give.
Okay, well look,
I
gave my opinion.
Right?
You gave and told me, basically tried to take my voice away from me.
You already said nobody can take your voice. I'm just speaking my piece. I don't know how often you come on here, but this is Uncle Larry. I mean, this is what I do. All right, now I'm going to speak my opinion, and I'm gonna get off.
And
right?
I'm fine with that, but you're not gonna bully me. No
Regardless,
one's gonna bully me on my voice.
Who it is,
I stand up for all these people that don't feel like they don't have a voice and don't have a voice in this world. So you're not gonna take away none of our voice and how we feel.
No, but sweetheart,
that's just like your voice and how we feel.
No, but sweetheart,
that's just like you being a parent and you trying to teach the men in the relationship how to be a better kid. You're trying to knock it down. That's just like you being a parent and you trying to teach the men in the relationship how to be a better kid. You're trying to knock it down and belittle what they got going on. From trying to, help out.
Good morning, King. Good morning, Larry. Good morning, y'all.
Hey, Phoebe, what's good? People starting with me today. I'm not in the mood. I came to show love to Diamond. This is Diamond Show and give suggestions. I don't know what's his issue.
Hey, Diamond, how you doing?
Let's get back to the topic.
Hey, Diamond.
Hey, Kev.
Just want to say about the topic. Can you hear me, Diamond? And King, I just wanted to say about the topic that's at hand. When you spoke about the ego and how people don't want to actually own their wrong, I feel a lot of people hide.
Phoebe, I can hear you, boo. Keep going. Is her mic okay? Did someone cut her mic?
Phoebe seems to have trouble with her cricket internet a lot.
Ladero, what's good, honey? Talk to me.
Hey, man, I'm just on to say, hey, how y'all doing? I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Oh, I see you, man. I've been missing y'all, Diamond. I've been missing you. I've been busy a little bit. But,
What's
I
that?
had to drop in and give some words of wisdom. What's up? Hey, man,
Give
y'all
it
have a
to us.
blessed day. And Diamond, I'll be checking in on you.
All right,
Y'all be good.
Ladell, honey. Thank you. Thank you, babe.
Good morning, Diamond.
Good
Good morning,
morning,
everybody.
Fire.
What's up, Fly Man?
Um, Uncle Larry, you on your shit early, I see. But real quick to the topic, I'm gonna leave that alone. Um, in terms of why people let their
Let
egos,
their egos destroy their happiness. Yes.
okay, why people let their
Yes.
egos destroy their happiness. Okay, so I'll just speak for me. Also, I hear a smoke detector in the background constantly going off, but I'll just speak for me.
That's my smoke
Um,
detector.
oh,
That's
okay.
mine.
I can't help it. I can't
Oh,
help it.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
King, we both got smoke detectors.
Phoebe. I was real interested in what you were saying, and you were first. Fireman, would you mind if she go
Thank
first,
you.
or are you gonna let your ego get in the way?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Oh,
you,
really?
King. We
Oh,
You
both got
welcome,
snap.
smoke
Phoebe.
detectors
Phoebe,
going off.
No,
speak
no,
So,
go
up.
ahead. Go
Let's hear
ahead.
what you got
Go
to
ahead.
say.
okay. Okay, listen. I don't know what TikTok is really acting up with me, you guys. They push me off, push me off, push me off. But anyway, I was just saying people don't want to own what they say and they hide behind this ego. That's when they become this big bold person, when they can say everything they want about a person, but yet when it comes down to confessing, they shallow. These people are really shallow. So to me, Diamond, when you said they don't want to own it, they can be on there talking about a person, speaking out about a person. As soon as you come back and try to address it, then you want to be, hard. You want to play hard. That's that ego. On what you say, I'm dealing with that every single day. If you're going to speak on me, speak on me, but don't lie. If I, come back to you and say something, don't lie and say, I don't want to hear it. Have that same energy. Have that same energy and speak boldly. Don't lie behind yourself. And they stand with this ego. They stand bold and proud. I'm big bad so and so. As long as I'm not in your presence. And
So,
so
Phoebe,
that's
do
what I
you
wanted
think
to
that
say.
you
It's
had
so
like
sad.
they ever had a man you were
I'm
dating
dealing
and
with that
he had
diamond soul right now.
Phoebe? You think like you was dating a man before and he had like a lot of
Say it
ego
again, King
in the
Diamond.
relationship? Can you hear me, Phoebe?
You know what? I can't barely. You know what? TikTok is working on my side, so I get every other word that you're saying. I don't know if you can hear me.
I'm saying
You
like
said
you ever
something
dated
about
a
dating a
man.
man with an ego.
Yeah, because I like some people, it's not shade to anyone,
Thank
but
you,
when
Black
y'all come up
Karen.
here, make sure you get your point across because it's like sometimes y'all be, talking in, circles. And I want to know like what is
Good
the
morning,
point?
Lola.
Are y'all trying to
Good morning,
slug
Shay.
one or just who is this egotistic person?
So,
Is it
so,
Larry?
so,
Who is
King,
it?
listen. When we
Is you
have
speaking to
topics,
me, King?
we just talk about real life. We don't um have to be talking about a certain person in general.
Mm-hmm.
We just talking about like what people deal with every day. It don't have to be a specific person. We're just talking about egos and pride and um when a person have their ego and pride, they don't want to, like, if they're wrong. Like for me, if I say that someone, if I let a person do certain things and then once I correct it, I'm the bad guy.
Right. Right.
And so, you know what I mean? And that's their ego and pride
And
because
that's what I feel. I feel like, ego comes in when people are like literally trying to, talk about the next person, talk about their character and stuff like that. If you don't like me, keep it to yourself. If you love me, I support you, show me love. Shoot me a follow, double tap the screen for Diamond. It's her show. Subscribe. Go, stream her show. if you love me, because I'm here for Diamond. I'm not the type to say stuff to get cool points. I'm trying to get people on the same page in this new generation, because they have a lot of toxic parents, a lot of toxic grandparents that are stuck in their ways. I'm still young and I'm still learning, and I'm going to speak in my truth and how I feel. So anybody that disagree, keep it to yourself. But when you're trying to hurt my feelings and you're trying to leave a bad comment and give a bad opinion about me, that's ego, because you're letting your ego get on the way instead of letting me have my opinion.
Good morning, Carrot Top.
I'm real very intelligent.
You know what?
Don't play about me. Don't play with me, and I don't play about me. So
okay. Can I say something real quick? Or Bumble? Hold on, Phoebe, go ahead, Phoebe. I don't want to let my ego get in the way. Phoebe, do you need to say something else?
He's trying to be funny. And no, I didn't cut Diamond off. Me and Diamond are talking. If Diamond felt any type of way about it, she would have said it. Y'all need to stop trying to speak up for her if it something that she don't know, Diamond. Like if you're not saying it and you don't have an issue with it, wash your day. The chat should be for comments that is positive. Keep all the negative energy to yourself.
What it is
grandma.
If I have an issue, a lot of people know that I won't say anything right then and there because of how I'm trying to, control my platform. But I will talk with you when I call you.
Okay, so I'm finna get off. Let me just, shout out to
drop me. I'm gonna come back up, but King,
Phoebe,
my daughter.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
King, my daughter go by Holly in her ego, and that's a name that I so much disagree with. She goes by Holly in her ego, and I couldn't understand the ego side because that's the side I feel like she's a different character. She's been called Holly because they called her Hollywood, but she added ego. And to me, that's a person that's not real. That's a person that hides behind their stuff. I love my daughter and she knows that. But you're a young person and I'm sure we're older. So what we bring to the table, King, is about what we've lived.
Thank you,
you hear me? What we have gone through. And that's what we're talking about. So no disrespect to you. I'm glad to see you on the panel. I enjoy you. You do have that hype energy. Come back and hey, I'm going to enjoy you. But I'm going to drop off so I can listen.
Okay, and I just want to say,
but you keep your head up
to the people
and talk to us.
A shout out to the people that support me.
You said
when
what?
I feel like when other people mistreat me, they try to get away with it, and because of my sexuality and how my character is, it's okay for people to talk to me any type of way. But when I want to have a voice and stuff, it's an issue, and it's my ego and stuff like that, and I'm just not humble and stuff like that. I'm me, and no one is going to take that away from me. If you can't handle me, well, so will be it. But the strong spirits that can, they fool with me and they, love me like, Diamond. Like, it's, love for Diamond or whatever. But I'm here to speak on my truth, and no one is going to take that away from me. And I want to say shout out to the people that love me and get the point across that I'm trying to say. I'm only 19 years old. You know what I'm saying? So the people that's just, experience life more than me, I understand and I feel what y'all saying too, but yeah, I have to, understand the young folks also. And
hey, King.
Oh, right. You had something to say in the comments. Goodbye and hold on. See.
Goodbye, man. You coming in here?
Hold on, Ray. Hold on, Ray. Hold on, wait.
And then you said, listen. He said, "Bye, sweet tea." Is that how you talk to your people? You try to make fun of them, Ray, but you finna come on the screen and you finna try to make it seem like you this champ and you this people that's speaking up for the people that's been through stuff. That's the type of stuff that you do. Y'all think that it's cool to come for a young black man that wants to be successful in life Come on,
Talk
Ray.
to him, fireman. Talk to him.
Keem, talk to me real quick. Hey, so
Choo choo train.
here's the
Brr,
deal. Here's the
brr,
deal.
brr. I will fire you up. Don't disrespect me.
Okay, listen.
Okay? I'm a human just like you. Now, if I called you
King.
unsweet coffee, I would be wrong.
Hey, Keem, I ain't
Because
trying to
that's what you
disrespect you.
acting
Hey,
like.
listen to me,
Coming
brother.
with all of this energy at me, and I don't even
Keem,
know who you is,
I'm
right?
on your side. I'm on your side. Listen to me real quick. I'm on your side. Okay. I'm 35. I'm closer to your age than a lot of people on this platform. So I understand where you come from and to a certain degree. I understand that. I totally get it. All right. This me personally, I don't give two craps about your sexuality at all.
Well, you should, because it's very important.
Okay,
Ah,
what by that
I
is,
guess he told you, fireman.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What I mean by that is, it does not bother me. I am not using that as a weapon against you. I am not using that as a way to mistreat you. I'm not using that as a way to say, okay, well, you have no validation just because you might identify a certain way. That's
Right. And that's really
so
good to know, because people could say one thing and could feel a totally different way. So I don't go by what people say. I go by what I feel like they really mean. So where do you think we get our emotions from?
right. I
You
get it.
know?
So that being said, what I'm saying is, I think you're very talented. I think you got skills. I think you're going to be a great host and everything. I do think that sometimes I know your audience a little bit more.
Good morning, the
Um,
memoir.
uh, and just in general, like in this show, people say all types of stuff, bro. Like all types. I'm
Okay,
talking.
so Fireman, you like giving me my flowers and you telling me to stand in my truth. Is that where you're getting at?
I'm telling you just to stand in your truth and just like don't even worry about it. Let it go. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just chill. Don't get into an argument. You know what I'm saying? And then like Diamond
Mm-hmm.
talk to you. I think she'll give you a better understanding of how things kind of run over here. I do think that you got talent. Like I said, I'm not down at all. I think you're a good host. It's just like a thing and point of understanding the age group, this audience, and how Diamond Show is run. That's it. Ultimately, that's
Miss
all.
Miami, baby,
Right,
stop
King.
coming
That's all
for
I'm
me.
saying.
I keep seeing your name over and over, and you keep trying to be negative. Go be negative to that man that ain't treating you right. Y'all
Oh,
take the
Lord,
energy
boy.
out on the wrong
Oh,
people.
Lord, help us,
And I
Jesus.
don't respect that, because that's another point, Diamond, that I have. People be not having stuff going on at home that's not right with those men that's not treating them right, and want to go to
Oh,
work
Lord.
and take it out at work on the people that's going through stuff themselves. Y'all be mad at the wrong people. I didn't do you nothing. I don't even, like that's another point I have here. Like, y'all be taking it out on the wrong people. And that's like one of the big points. Y'all need to go, if the people that's really done y'all something, that's how y'all gonna be mad at. Don't be putting your trauma out on me to ruin my day, because I didn't do y'all nothing.
Cream, can I say something to you? We're not trying to.
I'm not, you can't say nothing to me. You said enough. You called me by sweet tea. Why would you say that?
Well, I have an opinion. Now, you coming
By
out
calling me
expressing.
sweet tea?
Are you going to let me
Calling me
talk?
sweet tea?
Uncle Larry, let me drop you
Are
down.
you
Let me
offended by
drop you
that?
down
All
and
right.
call you
Why,
man. It's
why
Holy
are
All
you
right.
offended
Spirit.
by that?
All right.
I'm offended by that, because why do you feel the need to call me sweet tea and then try to tell me bye? I didn't say nothing to you,
No,
Ray.
Cream,
I've been having a
Cream,
conversation with Larry and Diamond, and you come in talking about sweet tea? Are you serious?
Cream. Let's not get on that sexuality stuff because everybody can get
No,
there talking
no,
about that
no.
stuff.
Now you're
Let's
trying to
just
turn
talk.
it around. Stand on what you said, disrespecting me. Don't try to turn it around and make it seem like you ain't mean what you said. Now, when you give me an apology, then we can talk. But until
I ain't
then,
giving
nothing
you
you
Baby,
shit. Know
baby,
that. I
I'm
ain't giving you
sorry.
nothing.
Excuse me, I'm
fine. You're
sorry.
not
Excuse
talking
me,
to me.
gentlemen. Hi. Excuse me, gentlemen. Let me just intervene before it gets too loud.
Honey,
Baby,
okay.
I'm gonna save you a lot of time, okay, and a lot of trouble, because I already iterated it. But I
I
see
love
that you learned the
trouble.
hard way. I know you learned the hard way, just like me. So I'm gonna save you a lot of trouble. No one's going to understand and
What's going
relate
on,
to
Evans?
you is because of your clientele. That last gentleman said, stand in your truth, but you're dealing with the wrong audience. When I said I'm old, I ain't calling nobody else old. I said I'm an old soul.
Who are you to say that I'm in the wrong audience? Who are you to say
baby,
what I've been through?
Baby, listen. You had several older adults telling you the same shit that we don't want to hear it. No. We all said the same shit, and you took it. Baby. I will eat your lunch and make you dinner with it. Now that being said,
because I'm a man.
Now that being said, you have traumas that you want everybody to deal with. It's okay if you're gay. It's already been there, done that. Baby, your traumas are not really basis on stuff, and you took it away from the subject at hand. That's why people are mad. I'm just trying to help you. But since you don't want to be helped, and you want to be laughed at and made fun of, and then it's going to trigger you later on in life.
Ma'am,
and you're wondering why nobody wants to do. Baby, I can multitask. I can multitask, but that tells you that I'm an old school that's trying to tell you what to do.
No,
you don't know how to multitask.
Good morning.
All right, I'll let you take over because this motherfucker's weird.
Good morning. No,
now
he's not
I'm
weird. Good morning.
Keem,
Keem, how you doing, sir?
Keem.
Evan.
Wait, Evans, I was in the box before you.
Was right on how she handled me. She tried
Hold on. Go ahead, Kendra.
I just believe that.
Hold on, Evans. Evans. Go ahead, Kendra.
Keem, do you see the look on Diamond's face right now? When you came in the box, when other people came in the box, she was smiling, and now look at her.
She's frustrated.
Because you are
treating me.
No, because you are over talking people. You have changed the subject. The conversation has been derailed. You're being defensive for no reason. I'm in your age group. I'm also
How old are you,
and I'm here telling
you.
I can
know who I'm speaking with.
And I'm here telling you that you are being disrespectful right now.
I got emotional.
You keep cutting people off.
You're changing the subject.
You're embarrassing yourself.
Girl, I'm not embarrassing myself.
You very much are.
I had to say. Don't you tell me what I'm doing.
You very much are. I thought you were going to drop like 30 minutes ago, and you probably should do that.
Well, that's your business. I'm
and
here
let Diamond
to
get back to her show.
And thank you for the heart, Angelina, because people love me, and that's what y'all hate to see. Y'all demons are showing. Y'all can't take someone that's positive and that's going to stand in his voice.
King.
Y'all trying to make me giving good suggestions on the conversation instead of saying, you know, you're right, King.
Good morning,
Maybe
King.
we should, do that like Diamond said, and she explained to me what we do in the show. Y'all trying to twist it around like I'm coming on here saying, oh, we need to stop this. We need to stop that. I don't like these talks.
King.
I don't like this and that. Y'all need to go get y'all some help. Y'all trying to
let me get a word in, King.
to gang around me, and it's not gonna happen. So when you speak to me, speak on what you have to say to me. Don't bring up how many people feel this bad and well about me, baby. Because when I get off this live, I have thousands of people that love me. So I don't care.
King, we love you here too. King,
right?
We love you here too. Listen, here's the deal. I think what's happening is we're letting our emotions get in control. You're doing just fine. I love your energy all the time. I do. Like you said
good.
Like you've always said, you're young, and when you're young like you and I, we have a lot of energy, right?
Right.
So sometimes the energy is misconstrued, and they don't understand that we just giving off some of what's in us. That's all. So at this point, if somebody chose to apologize, that would be great. But if they choose not to apologize, you're going to be just fine, right?
Right.
You're going to be just fine. So at this point, let's just move forward and let's continue doing what we normally do. Let's enjoy a conversation. Let's smile, let's laugh, and let's enjoy it. There's no need to rehash whatever occurred that bothered anybody. People are going to be bothered every day.
And then they said that
what I say
I'm
every
upset
day. So,
and I'm this and that.
Are you upset right now?
Look, Evan, I come on live and I give Diamond her flowers every time.
So there's nothing for anyone to be upset about, right?
But congratulated this woman.
That's it.
All I was trying to do was say, let's do some mukbangs and stuff. While we have those, those conversations.
So
I'm
let
new
me ask you this,
here.
King.
I'm young.
How do we move forward? How do you suggest we move forward so that we don't continue on this? What do you think we should do?
We do it by being positive and just getting over the situation.
I'm
But
with you.
what
I'm
they
with
trying
you.
to do, Evan? They trying to twist it around
Let's not worry
and
about
trying
them.
to look for a reason to dislike me. And
No,
I'm just
that doesn't
living in
matter.
my truth and being me. And they saying that Diamond feel this way and this way about me, and she don't speak up for herself and stuff like that.
No.
But no. I don't care if
However
y'all
anyone
making
feels,
committee
Can I
on
speak
don't
up?
directly
on
tell you.
don't liking me.
Can
They will.
I do speak up. I do speak up, but 99.9% of the time, when I speak up, I'm the bad guy.
Right.
Because
Right.
it's gonna come out, and when it
Right.
come out, because when I sit and I be quiet, it's a whole
Right.
monster inside me.
Right.
Good
You
morning.
the
Hi, Miss
bad guy
So
Diamond.
when you
I was
speak
here like
up.
last week. How are you guys?
Hey.
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 I
I
think
have
we
a
were
question
at a
though.
flexion point. Were we about to move forward, or are we gonna still stay on this?
But I have a question for him though.
It's over with. I did nothing when I came on here and spoke and gave my opinion about what people been through. I
Is it
literally,
is it
y'all don't even know why y'all
sincerely?
mad
Is it
right now.
necessary for us to
Y'all
continue
saying
here,
talking about
or
a
can we move
topic
forward?
and this and
Because
that. It's like, come on. I literally just was trying to give suggestions, and
okay.
I guess they feel like I was
So
over
King,
talking Diamond. Me
all
and
I'm
Diamond
getting
just
at,
having a
boss man,
conversation. She's a good
all I'm getting
listener.
at is, can we move forward from here? Because I got things that I would like to talk about too. But we don't want to stay. We don't want to keep this same energy, do we? Right, King.
Right.
Yeah. So let's move forward. Let's try to
Yeah, please. We
keep
got to move
cooler
forward.
heads
We can't
prevail.
continue to do this. This is the Diamond Show. I'm trying to
Well,
eat breakfast
okay.
before I continue this training.
Oh
Because
Lord,
yesterday I ain't getting nothing
it's
done.
just a lot of toxicity. I'm gonna
No, there's
go.
Okay,
no toxicity.
listen, we got to
We're
move
past
on.
it now. We're past
We
it.
got to move
We're
on.
past it.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, listen, man. I had a really great day yesterday. I had 29 seconds of power, man. I'm good. Oh, King, you're gone. Oh, all right. Well, we can move on. Let's go to the topic, and then let's try to find something to laugh about. How about that?
No. I'm
Evans,
mad that
finish
you
saying
didn't
what
let
you
me
were
ask him
saying.
the question that I wanted to ask him. Because I had a question for him.
But you want to continue something that's not going to get
No, but I
anywhere.
had a question, and you should have let me ask my question.
Because you wanted to further the disagreement.
No, I had a question for him. I had a question on why, when he was speaking to a man, no, because we are females, and
okay.
They have the tendency to try to act more feminine than us. So what I want to understand
started a whole
is
new
why
thing.
was the same respect that he gave you as a man, he didn't give Connie? Why didn't he give the same respect to other women in here? But when you stepped and you spoke to him, he listened to you. And I really want to understand, where does that stem from? Because I feel like it's deeper than just anything. Because I feel like the same advice that you sat on here and gave him is the same advice that Connie sat on here and gave him. So, but why was it not perceived well when it came from a woman? But when it came from a man, you heard what he had to say.
I don't think it had anything to do. It was the calming effect that I was doing since I was in the comments. I was sending words of affirmation. I was supporting him. So when I came up, he was more open to it instead of going against me.
Good morning.
That's called preparing somebody to talk to them. It's you calm them down first, and then you reach their better senses. That's what I did. So, yeah. It's not that I'm a man. It's just that I didn't come at him in an attacking manner. That's all. But okay, I think we need to move forward. Whatever the topic is, let's go there. There's no need to beat the dead horse.
Diamond, I would like to tell you, my love, that don't ever apologize. You're never the bad guy. People want to be listened to. What I said earlier, they just don't want the truth. They want a beautiful lie. When it comes down to the truth, and I ask people, do you
Diamond,
want
what's
me to listen, or do you want the ugly truth? From my point of view. So, Diamond, your truth is beautiful, but you just let people know. And just cut people off. This is your show. And I love your truth and your rawness of it. You ain't got to sugarcoat everything for everybody. You're not a mother. You're not supposed to coddle. If you can really, my friend, help me out so I don't. That's the simple fact. That's what real love is.
Connie, what's the topic, Connie?
The topic was, why do people get mad about when you write it and it's person you have to come back?
Yeah, we
Why?
heard
Why do they get mad
none
about
of that
that?
came through.
And I don't get mad. I already knew what you were going to do. You know this. You're only mad at the fact that I don't want to stay. I choose not to be in your mess.
Okay.
Like everybody.
We can barely hear you, and nothing you're saying is coming
Can you
through.
hear me? Okay.
None of
All right. I'm going to get out the
it.
box. I'm going to get out the box. Okay. Thank you for telling me.
I did want to say, Evans, I understand that, like, you tried to calm the situation, but then, like, let's also be clear, like, we live in a real world, right? And
We live in a
so
real world. Okay.
we live in a real world. So outside of
Okay.
this live, he's going to enter a real world, right? So I really felt like, I understand that you try to calm the situation down, but I really wish that you would have, like taught him something.
Let the fight continue.
No. No, I don't believe in fighting. My only question that I had was, why, when she said something very similar to what you said. I'm not sure if you heard what Connie said earlier when she got on here, right?
I couldn't even make out what she said, so he probably didn't either.
Oh, he didn't understand. But all that I am personally saying is that she said the same thing and you said the same thing, but when you said it, he understood what she was trying to say and there was no argument. But when he said it,
did you hear what I explained?
That's all I'm saying. Does that make any sense?
It makes perfect sense, but the calming effect that I started before I even came up here was the difference. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So whenever you want to soften someone up, give them compliments, say nice things about them. They will be more open to listening to what you got to say. Okay, it's just a calming effect. That's all.
I appreciate that.
I got
so
you.
What topic do you want to start?
No, it's whatever the topic is. I never even got to hear the topic.
Topic today.
Go back to the topic. I agree.
Topic today is, why do people let their ego and their pride destroy their happiness?
Destroy their happiness. Good one.
Because you have people that are wrong, and know they are wrong, but will not admit they are wrong, will turn around and go to other people and talk for them to side with them because they don't want to take accountability. A lot of people that they're happy, the ego and pride get in the way. They will not apologize, and etc. That happens with friends, family, relationships, and etc. So, like, that's a big deal breaker for me. You got one time to show me that you are not going to take accountability. If I did something wrong, I did something wrong. Let me know I did it. You know what I mean? And I will correct it. Our issue is our people don't like to be corrected. They will act as if you did something wrong if you say something to them. Like, for me, I sit back, y'all, and I let a lot of things go on my life because I'm trying to work on me. I'm trying to work on the delivery of how I say some things. But when I be sitting back and I be, people be thinking I don't speak up for myself, it's a whole different ball game inside me. I'm just trying to really, like, I be trying to spare people. I really, really do. So I don't say anything because I know my delivery is going to be crazy. And I just, it's best that I just shut up. Because I need people to see if you're wrong, you know what I mean? I need people to understand they wrong, see they wrongs. I need people to, you know what I mean? Like, see what's wrong, but it's so many people do wrong things and their ego and their pride is in the way. So when your ego and pride is in the way, guess what? If you feel like you're always right, that's your ego and your pride.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's your ego and your pride. If you're always right, that's your ego and your pride. So I feel like we need to have this topic today about why do people let their ego and their pride destroy their happiness.
That's the same thing I was explaining when I was on earlier on. That is my problem I having. You're right, Miss Diamond. You are so right.
And like, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on, but a lot of people unfollow me and then start following me. They come back. I don't understand it. But go ahead.
If I may interject, good morning, Diamond. Can everybody hear me okay?
Go ahead.
I like to believe that I'm always right. However, I'm open and acceptable to receiving and giving feedback. I think feedback is most important. Now, I'm not one really good on correction. I'm not a corrective person. I don't want to be corrected. But feedback is great. I accept all your feedback in whatever form it comes in. So I think sometimes the narrowing window is the feedback seems to be like, so Evans did a good job presenting feedback. And I think also Evans' feedback was based on familiarity that he had with the young man. I don't think it had anything to do with women or men's energy, but it was that he had a familiarity with that young man versus others. I don't think he was familiar with the other people in the box. Well, I mean by that, he's familiar with seeing you in the box a couple of times and familiar on Diamond's show. Not that you have coffee with him, things like that, but that he has a familiarity of seeing your presence. So that would be an example of that interaction being successful. And again, my stance, I say no. That interaction being successful. And again, my stance, I say no accountability and no incriminating circumstance whatsoever. So.
Tap the screen.
And I'm not, and then here's the other side of the coin. I'm not around long enough anyway for them to get a value of respect or loyalty or commitment. I'm gone in 20, 30 seconds. Y'all have a great day.
Second. All right, brother.
Thank you, Uncle Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'll say my saying and I'll disappear as well. It's true that your ego can definitely destroy you, simply because a lot of times people just feel the need to protect themselves without regard to the fact that someone may be trying to protect you, but they feel like words are attacking. And not all words are attacking. Sometimes they are, but for the most part, people trying to actually assist, but someone is more defensive due to their ego because they just don't want to hear any words that are contrary to, their feelings at the moment.
Yes.
So a lot of times it's necessary to reduce the emotions of a situation before you can tackle it. That's all I got.
They need communication and understanding.
Hey everybody, I hope y'all are doing good. Hey Diamond.
Good morning.
I just wanted to say something really quick and then I'm gonna drop down. I think to answer the question on the topic, I think that ego is created because out of fear. A lot of times people feel the need, especially when they feel alone, to stand up for themselves immediately, especially if they were bullied a lot coming up and they were alone. I feel like the ego, that alter ego, creates itself to protect itself. So a lot of the times I can see right off the bat that somebody is just ego driven out of fear. And I used to be that person. Sometimes I still slip up and do that, especially in arguments, and it destroys relationships. And it also destroys yourself. It stunts your own growth because you stop taking and seeing and listening to other perspectives. You stop hearing anybody and you think your way is the only way. And you just stop there and you don't live anymore. And so everybody new that comes in, you start to feel attacked you're not necessarily being attacked. It's just other perspectives, but you feel attacked. And I feel like that's what was happening. So some people, I understand why that is. And he's still really young. A lot of young people go through that, especially now because our parents are not even in the homes. I'm not going to get too deep into that, but our parents are so busy these days. So a lot of these kids are having to stick up for themselves around their other peers. And that can be scary, especially when you're young. So to grow up like that is kind of easy to get stuck in that ego, and you will continue to destroy yourself if you don't. Like what was happening, he wasn't listening to anybody because he couldn't hear anybody. And the way Evans came in is exactly how I wished my dad was with me when I was going through a lot. So I feel like he just needs somebody that, like the other guy was mentioning earlier, that he's used to, that he's familiar with, and he would feel some type of trust there. I think it's just a lack of trust when you're alone. That's the ego. I hope that made sense, but that's all I wanted to say.
Sincerely, you want to say something, Blessing?
Sure, I'll
I Oh,
okay.
sorry. Go ahead, Blessing.
So I think we all have ego, and I think it starts like when you're younger, especially, for example, I'm just going to use me as a child. Like I had to take up for myself a lot, which probably a lot of kids have to do when you feel like people like aren't coming to your defense, people aren't helping you, and you can't be vulnerable. And then it goes on for so long that sometimes we think that's really who we are. We think that's the way it's supposed to be. So our ego takes on actually who we should be. So it becomes bigger. And we really can't differentiate between it sometimes until things happen and then the smoke clears and then you sit back and think, you know, I really didn't feel that way. For example, if I came off angry, I really wasn't angry. I was frustrated, or I was scared, or I felt like I wasn't being heard, or I felt like no one had my back. But it comes out in anger, and that's your ego just expressing itself in the only way that it really knows how to. So I think it happens as kids, like especially the defense part of it. And then we build this barrier around ourselves just as a protection mechanism and a defense type of thing. And so I know we all have ego for sure, and we just have to work on it. But I think what it takes is being able to notice it in the moment. I think that's the most important thing, because you have to be able to realize when it counts. Like, what do you truly feel? What are you really trying to come across as? And are you really listening? Or are you putting up a barrier in the moment just because you feel like someone is attacking you, or you feel like you don't want to be vulnerable in the very moment? And I think that's why people let that destroy their happiness, because a lot of people don't want to be vulnerable, and a lot of people feel like someone is trying to get over on them. And so they have this protection ego that they let out first. And then once the smoke clears, they finally realize that's not what I wanted to say. That's not how I wanted to carry it out. And I really didn't want it to destroy my happiness. But at the moment I couldn't get over it.
I just wanted to piggyback off of what Blessing said. I just feel like it's a sign of just not wanting to be vulnerable.
Good morning. Good morning.
And so, like, for example, like growing up, I was bullied. And so I had a hard time, like, taking criticism. I don't, even as an adult, like, I don't like criticism. But I think as I've gotten older, I've learned how to speak to people. So the question that I wanted to ask was like, because I'm glad that I was explained that he wasn't familiar with the other guest on the live, but he was more familiar with Evan. which like that then gave me an understanding on why he acted the way that he acted. I wasn't really sure if that was the reason or if it was like if it had a deeper reason. You understand? And so for me, as I've gotten older, I've learned to, when someone's criticizing me, I've learned to take what they're saying not so defensively. I've learned to take the good and I leave out the bad. And so, because when you listen to people and what they have to say, if you really set your pride aside and your ego aside, you'll see a little bit deeper into what they have to say. Because sometimes it's not just the surface level of what they're saying. Sometimes there's deeper meanings to what they're saying. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. But it sometimes it's hard to get there with a person because a lot of times people don't even want to go that far. You
Good
know,
morning.
you ask them more questions to clarify, and people shut down. And even if you're trying to get to the good point, sometimes people are not open enough to even get there. And I had this conversation with one of my friends, one of my male friends, because with ego comes a lot of anger, like you said. And so I would ask him questions to see like how we could get to the root cause of it. But it took a while for him to finally say, "Oh, I'm not really angry. I'm really afraid that these things might occur. So I'm just stopping the conversation." Made a good point. And one of the books that I read that I felt like really helped me like kind of calm down my ego. Made a good point. And one of the books that I read that I felt like really helped me like kind of calm down my ego. Made a good point. And one of the books that I read that I felt like really helped me like kind of calm down my ego and get things under control was The Four Agreements. And one of the agreements in that book is don't take anything personal. Was The Four Agreements. And one of the agreements in that book is don't take anything personal. And another agreement is don't make assumptions. And when I really started to apply that to my life, it really honestly helped with my ego. Because a lot of times we don't get clarity on situations and we just make assumptions of how people feel about us or what they're trying to say. And then our ego comes and starts to protect us because it really is just a fake person or a fake covering that we've put over us when we make assumptions about what people say or what people feel or what they were trying to say. So I try not to make assumptions anymore. And like I said, one of the other agreements was don't take anything personal, because a lot of things that people say and do is more about them than it is about you. It's honestly more about them, the way people react, what people say, that's their ego. And we have to look at the same thing as ourselves as well. If we're always using this defense mechanism, then how will people know who we truly are? So I made it a point that I was going to start living differently, because I don't want to leave this earth and people not know who I truly am and what I truly feel. So if I have to be more vulnerable, then that's what I was going to do. But I do know that just going through therapy, a lot of it comes from childhood, especially kids who were taught to kind of like deal with their emotions by themselves. And I think a lot of us were taught that, you go through things and then your mom is like, shut it up, be quiet. It wasn't a lot of conversation after that. So, and especially if your parent did it in front of other people, now you're feeling ashamed. And so you build that ego and you build that walled up. And I think a lot of people are still walking around operating in that instead of just opening up and just saying, you know what, this is truly how I feel, because there are other emotions than anger and pride and false like egos.
That is so true, eh? I could relate.
Yeah, so true.
Good
And
morning.
like
Good
I'm
morning.
also like reading a book, and even like they teach like women, number one thing in like being in a relationship, it's learning how to control your emotions, right? And so
let's say like, for example, like you're angry or whatever, figuring out like where does this anger stem from? So like, is it frustration? Is it, and like learning how to express those emotions without anger, being like what you express first, you know? Because it could be like you're not being heard, or it could be what the hell? It could be like you're not.
What is this?
I don't want to see this early in the morning. But it could just be like you're not being heard, so you can express that you're not being heard. It could be that you're not getting quality time, so you can express, oh, I'm not getting quality time, and this is how it makes me feel, rather than just lashing out or just like, you know, like throwing things or having a tantrum, a grown ass tantrum. But like, you know, learning how to control your emotions, I feel like that's one of the greatest powers that one can have.
The power also is knowing that you could lash out like that and watching the other person lash out. And
yeah. Well, I have a tendency, I know people think I coggle, but I have a tendency to live in empathy of everybody, so I know the situation. If you're in a situation, you're young, or you're not in a healing, if somebody that, especially someone you don't know, is digging around in your triggers and you don't know how to effectively do anything about it, you know, it can be a little hard, and you end up not knowing how to how to express yourself when somebody that you don't know personally and they don't know your situation, that's digging around in a trigger that you haven't effectively healed from yet. Maybe you don't even know it's a trigger, but if somebody's constantly playing around in it, and you know, you don't know how to do anything but lash out, so it sends you into a meltdown. So, you know, you just sit back and kind of watch people. You know, everybody's not going to be that empathetic. So it ends up turning into unnecessary blowout or meltdown for people because they don't. You know, it's like if you have somebody talking to you, even if it's a guy you're dating, and something they know about you that they're saying, of course it may send you somewhere. But if you don't know yourself really, and you don't effectively know how to deal with situations, and then all of a sudden somebody's in the middle of some of your pains or your issues, it can cause you to have, you know, those kind of lashing out situations.
You, Miss Lisa, because like what I do in certain situations now is like I replay, like, okay, I think in my head, how am I going to feel if I act out this way in the next 10 minutes? Or even like if somebody pisses me off, something that my friend, actually, she made me start doing this because I'm the type of person, like I'm a Pisces, but I was raised a certain way, and I'm direct forward, and I'm going to tell you what I think and how I feel, and I don't care how you feel. But even like when somebody pisses me off, instead of just like going off in a text message, I'll write in my notes, right? I write in my notes. And if I feel the same way in an hour, then I'll send it. But if I change how I feel, then, you know, I won't send it. And I'm so glad that like Apple has the new update where you can delete a message. Because sometimes you literally just be in the moment, and then you'll literally just go off, and then you might really regret the things that you say. So I'm learning to just like write things down and see if it's something that I want to really express, or if I'm going to change my mind.
Yeah, that's perfect though. That's
a really good thing.
It is. But you don't know. I'll just give you an example. Saying that you had a secret. Your secret was that, you know, somehow you were being abused and nobody knew. But then all of a sudden somebody that you don't know comes up to you and starts speaking on how it's a particular person's fault for being abused. And you know, you let people do this, and you continuously, and then because you let people do this, and you continuously, and then because nobody knows where you are in that space, you automatically say it at that point because somebody's in a deep dark trigger of yours that you don't, you know, you don't think people know, so you feel raw. And when you feel naked in front of everybody that you hadn't really undressed in front of, you come out swinging. So I'm not saying that any situation is right. I think that everybody has to find a way to heal and walk into their peacefulness like you decided to write. But I think that sometimes you get stuck in the middle of the arena and just and have to you come out fighting for your life. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that sometimes what leaves you raw will make you make a fool of yourself in the middle of the world. So that's what I mean. So I do understand because, of course, I went through a long part of my life that you end up having to sit back and see things differently so you can, cope with all the things that might go on and heal. But you can tell when somebody's not in the middle of healing or just too young to comprehend a lot of situations, especially if you're digging around in there and they don't know themselves. So I just, hope that they could walk into a peaceful situation and be able to deal with it. But you can see the blow up about to happen.
Yeah. And I feel like if you have a lot of regrets, or if you're one of those people who say, I have no regrets or no remorse, you're probably operating out of your ego.
Oh,
Because
definitely.
I think we all have things that we look back on and say, I could have treated that person better. Or I could have just said what the issue was. But some people, if it takes you years or months and months and months to get it, then that's the ego. And I have a brother, and I noticed that about him a lot. He is 39 now, but he's just now coming and saying things that bothered him way, way back when. And the reason why he did certain things, it's now coming out that he was upset about some of the smallest things, but he just never said anything. And it brought me back to just a conversation we have on here a lot. And I hear a lot of men say, we don't bring up things as much to our women as the women bring up to us. But I feel like if you get so far from what the real issue is, how are we going to figure out what it is? Because when we ask, what's going on, it just comes out in anger or just superficial things, and then we try to fix that, and then that doesn't work. And so I'm not saying always express things that bother you, but I would really encourage the fellas or anyone, honestly, to don't let it get too far from the root cause of what it is. Because no one deserves to
Right.
sit alone and deal with that. Because a lot of times people can ease. First of all, you should give a right to allow people to be there for you and say, look, I didn't mean it like that. Or I'm sorry, I behaved in that way, or I'm sorry I said that. I really didn't mean it like that. But if you get so far away from it, people don't remember. And then sometimes we as women say, oh, that was 2 years ago. And so now it seems like we're now validating your feelings. But I mean, that was a long time ago. So how can I emotionally go back to that point and get to where the root cause is? So I think this is a perfect topic because it can destroy happiness. It can destroy your home because
Yeah.
he may be mad that you bought a car that, he thought a one car was good for you and you bought a different car. He may be mad about that for years, but it just comes out in you're not being submissive. You don't respect me. You don't listen to me. You don't value my point. But the real issue is that I said that the Ford would be better for you, but you bought the Nissan, for example. So I
Yeah.
think we can definitely all work on that for sure.
Right. But sometimes you do have to validate a man's feelings that it might be coming back from a long time ago, even whether it's your brother, your cousin, your father, because men are actually definitely taught not to really feel anything. They're taught not to be emotional. So if you're taught that from the beginning and then they were the middle child and didn't get attention and you don't understand where they were in their space, validating whatever they said they're feeling, be thankful that they're telling you whatever they're going through because at that point when they're telling you they're in their healing phase because they can actually express it.
That's very true, Miss Lisa. You're absolutely right.
Mhm.
Kelvin, you want to chime
And
in?
also,
Hi everyone, good afternoon from me.
We can't hear you.
You can hear me?
No.
Good afternoon from me, everybody.
Hi.
Hi, hello. Good afternoon, you all. It's such an interesting topic in a way, I've been listening and stuff like that. I try to say this that all the time that most men are kind of so proud. Like they have a lot of pride, they have egos. Yeah, because I was talking with someone today on the live and you know, I was trying to like say, why is it that some men don't respect ladies? Yeah, but it's kind of like so weird that to see a man who says that he loves a woman and you don't respect your woman. When he try to tell you that you don't do this thing and you don't do this shit and stuff like that, you kind of want to argue with her and you kind of want to like maybe talk bad at her and stuff like that. Women naturally, yeah, women naturally, I know it's not a topic, but it's kind of related. But women naturally, they kind of like this kind of people that they talk. They just need to talk. Yeah, they need to air their mind, and tell you how they feel and stuff like that. And when you keep on talking, like you keep on talking, waiting, talking, stuff like that, so it makes them feel that they are not important. Yeah. It makes them feel they are not important. So they need to be respected. And you know, I don't I don't
Yeah, my whole energy is is off completely. I don't want to hear about people let their emotions get in the way. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear about people can't control their emotions and etc. Because clearly everyone that was on here just seen what happened in my life when it started. I'm one of those people, like, you gonna feel me and you gonna know when something is wrong. You gonna know when I'm bothered. You gonna know when I don't fuck with you. You gonna know when I don't want to talk. You gonna know. You can read me. So what? But I do not like for people to sit there and say, don't let, you know what I mean, don't let people ruin your day. Like, clearly, like, I'm so triggered. I had my subscribers only comment section for the last few days. We was peaceful. It was cool. We ain't had no bullshit up in here, no trolls, none of that shit. So, it's like, then I take the subscribers off, and here we go. But if I put the subscribers' comments on, I'm the bad guy. I just basically said how when I see that people don't take accountability for what they have done and won't acknowledge it, I get from, I don't know. I just said that. Like, soon as my topic, I just said that. And here it is, like, in 2.3 seconds. This shit just happened. And see, I'll cut people off. I'm not going to sit there and communicate and explain because people play victim. They act like you crazy. You the problem. And etc. And see, I'm not finna go back and forth with a person like that because clearly, like, you do not want to take accountability for what you have done. And you're not going to take accountability. And then on top of that, when a person is wrong, and I see people in there gaslighting them, making them feel like they right, I have a problem with that. Because you clearly see what the fuck is going on. I have a problem with that. Like, I really be trying to, like, keep my cool the entire time. Oh, Diamond, don't let them steal your joy. Diamond, don't let them take you out of your character. Like, how long am I supposed to keep doing that shit? Tell me how long I'm supposed to keep fucking doing that. Because you're a person to sit there and say, Diamond, don't let a person take you out your character. Diamond, don't get emotional. And then they'll turn around and do the shit if it happened to them. They'll handle it the way they want to handle it if it happened to them. But then want to tell me how the fuck to handle my shit. Then I'm the fucking problem. Listen, man, I don't be fucking with nobody. I don't. I be on my own shit over here. I don't go in nobody else's lives trying to tell them what the fuck they got going on, what the fuck they doing. None of that shit. I don't be doing none of that shit because I don't be giving a fuck. I be worrying about Diamond. And what the hell Diamond got going on over here in her platform. Like I said, but when I speak up, that shit ain't gonna come out right. I have a problem with gaslighters. I do. I have a problem with that. Do I say something? Nah, I just get the fuck from around them. Because I feel like at the end of the day, people are grown. They know what they're doing. So it's like my whole mood is off. And I need to just end my life because my energy and the energy that I have right now, I know to just, stay away from people. I'm not one of those people that, when you, like how they say, misery love company. I'm not that. If my energy jacked up, I'm not finna go around people and put my energy out on them. I just keep to myself. So it's like, y'all can feel my energy. That's why I said I need to end my live, because I'm not, like, my whole fucking mood is totally off.